Host, what if everything you've been taught about reality is a convenient lie? What if the world you see isn't solid, but fluid? What if your anxiety, your lack, your struggles, aren't just bad luck, but a pattern you're unconsciously reinforcing? For centuries, science and spirituality were at war. But now, a radical new understanding is emerging from the frontiers of quantum physics. It tells us that reality isn't fixed. It's waiting for your instructions. This isn't about positive thinking. This is about quantum manifestation. And today, you're going to learn how to find a glitch in the system, and rewrite your life from the source code. Visuals shift to more relatable, slightly desaturated shots, people stuck in traffic, looking stressed at work, scrolling endlessly on phones, looking at empty bank accounts. Host, let's talk about the American dream. It's the promise that if you work hard, play by the rules, and keep your head down, you'll achieve success and happiness. But for so many of us, that dream feels like it's on life support. We're running on a hamster wheel, exhausted, constantly told we're not doing enough, not productive enough, not enough. We set goals, we visualize, we affirm, and yet, the breakthrough never comes. The promotion goes to someone else. The savings account refuses to grow. The relationship we crave remains a fantasy. Why? Because we're trying to change the printout without reprogramming the computer. Let me tell you a story. I want you to think of Sarah. Sarah did everything right. She went to a good college, landed a decent job in marketing, and spent her evenings trying to build a side hustle as a life coach. She'd paste a vision board above her desk, a luxury car, a beach house, a happy couple laughing. She'd repeat affirmations in the mirror, I am abundant. I am successful. But inside, a quieter, more insistent voice was always whispering, you're a fraud. This will never work. You're not like those successful people. She was putting on a show of confidence, while her internal world was a battlefield of fear and scarcity. This is the problem. We live in a Newtonian world. We're taught that reality is a collection of separate, solid objects bumping into each other in predictable ways. Cause and effect. You push a rock, it rolls. This creates a mindset of force, of struggle. We think we have to force our way to success, force our bodies to be healthy, force others to love us. It's exhausting. And it doesn't work, because it's based on a fundamental misunderstanding of what reality is. The old model of manifestation, think it, feel it, get it, often fails because it ignores quantum physics. It treats the universe like a vending machine, you insert your positive thought, and out pops your dream car. But when the car doesn't arrive, you feel betrayed. You think the universe is against you. The real issue is that you were only operating on the surface level. You were changing the channel on the TV, but the broadcast signal, your core quantum state, was still transmitting static. Your external reality is a perfect mirror of your internal, quantum state. If you feel lack, you manifest more lack. If you feel unworthy, you manifest situations that confirm your unworthiness. You are, quite literally, entangling with the reality that matches your dominant energy signature. The problem isn't that you can't manifest. The problem is that you are manifesting, 24/7, based on your unconscious, default programs. You're creating by accident, not by design. You're living inside a loop you didn't write, and the feeling of being stuck is the sensation of that loop repeating, over and over again. Visuals become more dynamic and scientific. Animations of atoms, electrons popping in and out of existence, the double-slit experiment, a shimmering matrix-like grid over reality. Host, so, if the Newtonian model of a solid, predictable world is incomplete, what's the truth? To understand that, we have to go small. Very, very small. To the quantum realm. Here's where it gets mind-blowing. Quantum physics has shown us that at the most fundamental level, reality is not made of solid stuff. It's made of energy and potential. Subatomic particles don't exist in one fixed place, they exist as a cloud of probabilities, a wave of possibility. They are everywhere and nowhere at once until they are observed. This is the famous double-slit experiment. When scientists fire electrons at a screen with two slits, if no one is looking, they behave like waves, going through both slits at once. But the moment an observer sets up a detector to see which slit the electron goes through, it suddenly behaves like a single, solid particle. The act of observation collapses the wave function and forces potential into a single, concrete reality. Let that sink in. The observer creates the reality. Now, you are not observing a world out there. Your consciousness is participating in its creation. Your focused attention and your intention are the tools that collapse probability into reality. This isn't mystical mumbo-jumbo, this is the leading edge of theoretical physics. And there's more. Quantum entanglement. This is the phenomenon where two particles become linked, no matter how far apart they are in the universe. What happens to one, instantly happens to the other. They are, in a sense, one system. This is the science behind the spiritual principle of oneness. You are not a separate island. You are entangled with the people in your life, your environment, and the outcomes you experience. Your internal state is instantly communicated to the quantum field, which then arranges the external reality to match it. This is the foundation of the reality glitch method. A glitch isn't an error in the matrix, it's an intentional, conscious override of the default program. It's you, the observer, choosing to collapse a new, desired possibility into your lived experience. Think back to Sarah. Her vision board and affirmations were her attempt to be a conscious observer. But her true observation was her deep-seated belief in her own unworthiness. That was the signal she was broadcasting to the field. That was the reality her consciousness was collapsing, moment by moment. She was observing lack, so lack persisted. The moment she understood this, everything changed. She realized she wasn't a victim of her circumstances, she was the head scientist in the lab of her own life, and she had been accidentally creating the wrong, Shuryen-Jigwa, experiment results. Host is back on screen, standing in front of a digital whiteboard or clear backdrop. Simple, elegant animations illustrate each step as they are discussed. Host, okay, the science is cool, but how do you use this? How do you become a conscious creator and not a passive observer of your own default settings? You learn to hack the system. You initiate a reality glitch. This is a three-step method: feel, field, flow. Step 1, feel the quantum state, the internal compass. This is where most people fail. They try to think their way into a new reality. But thoughts are weak influencers in the quantum field. Feelings are the strong nuclear force of manifestation. Your emotional state is your quantum state. You must identify the feeling of your desire as if it's already fulfilled. Practical exercise, the 90-second embodiment drill. Close your eyes. Pick one specific desire, not a list, just one. Let's say it's financial freedom. Now, don't think about the money. Don't visualize the stack of cash. Instead, ask yourself, if I had this right now, what would I feel? Peace. Security. Excitement. Freedom. Locate that feeling in your body. Does it feel like warmth in your chest? A lightness in your shoulders? Now, for just 90 seconds, amplify that feeling. Breathe into it. Let it fill you up. This isn't pretending. You are generating the actual quantum signature of your desire. You are, in that moment, being the person who has that thing. Do this drill first thing in the morning and last thing at night. Step 2, field the instruction, broadcasting to the void. Now that you've generated the correct feeling, you need to send that coherent signal into the quantum field. This is where you move from being a receiver to a broadcaster. Practical exercise, quantum journaling. Get a notebook. At the top of a page, write, I am so happy and grateful now that. And then write your desire in the present tense, focusing on the feeling and the state of being. Not, I will have a new car, but I am so happy and grateful now that I feel the thrill and freedom of driving my new car, the sun on my skin, the deep sense of accomplishment it brings. Write it once, with total emotional conviction. As you write, feel the feelings from step 1. You are not begging the universe. You are issuing a command. You are programming the field with your coherent energy. You are collapsing the wave function. Step 3, flow with synchronicity, releasing the how. This is the hardest but most critical step. After you've issued your instruction to the field, you must let go of how it will come about. Your job is to define the what and the feel. The universe's infinite intelligence handles the how. Your doubt, your micromanaging, your timeline, these are forms of observation that collapse the wave back into lack and struggle. Instead, you shift into a state of flow. You take inspired action, the small, intuitive nudges you get. You look for synchronicities, the coincidences that are proof the glitch is working. For Sarah, this meant after her field practice, she felt a nudge to call an old colleague she hadn't spoken to in years. It felt random, but she did it. That call led to a conversation about a new business venture that was a perfect fit for her skills, a venture she never would have found by blindly sending out resumes. That was the universe delivering the how. Visuals are now vibrant, full of color and light. We see shots of people achieving goals, laughing, embracing, looking peaceful and powerful. We see a visual representation of Sarah's story. Host, when you apply this method consistently, the transformation isn't just about getting stuff. It's about a fundamental shift in your identity. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become the conscious creator of your experience. Let's check back in with Sarah. She committed to the reality glitch method for 21 days. It was awkward at first. Feeling feelings of abundance while looking at a low bank balance felt like lying. But she persisted. She did her 90-second drills every morning, feeling the freedom and security she craved. She quantum journaled her new state of being. And then, she started to let go. She stopped frantically applying for every job and started taking small, inspired actions, like updating her LinkedIn profile with her new, confident energy, and writing one article about her coaching philosophy. In week 2, she got a message from a stranger on LinkedIn who said, "I don't know why, but I felt compelled to read your profile. Your energy is incredible." That was a synchronicity. She flowed with it. They had a conversation. It turned out this person was looking for a consultant with her exact niche. The project she landed paid her more than 3 months of her old salary. But the car and the beach house weren't the real transformation. The real shift was internal. The constant anxiety that had been her background noise for years, it was gone. Replaced by a deep, unshakable trust. She wasn't lucky. She was skillful. She had learned the rules of the game and now she knew how to play. Her relationship with money transformed from one of fear and scarcity to one of gratitude and flow. She started attracting like-minded, successful people. Her entire reality reorganized itself around her new, coherent quantum signature. This is available to you. It's not about becoming a different person. It's about remembering who you always were, a powerful creator, a conscious observer, a divine spark with the ability to shape reality. The glitches you create start small, a perfect parking spot when you're running late, a surprise check in the mail. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are the universe whispering, "You're getting it. Keep going." And as your faith grows, so do the manifestations, the dream job, the healed relationship, the vibrant health. Host is close to the camera, speaking with urgency and deep sincerity. The background is simple, focusing all attention on their message. Host, right now, you stand at a crossroads. You can close this video, write this off as another self-help theory, and go back to the Newtonian world of struggle and force. Or, you can choose the red pill. You can choose to see the matrix for what it is, a responsive, participatory field of energy, and learn to code your own reality. This isn't just about your personal abundance. This is a collective mission. We are living in a time of great division, fear, and anxiety. The old structures are shaking. What the world needs now is not more people fighting against what they don't want, but more people like you, consciously creating what they do want. When you heal your inner world, you send a ripple of coherent, peaceful energy into the collective field. You become a node of light and order in a sea of chaos. Your personal manifestation is an act of global service. Imagine 1 million people doing this work. 1 million people feeling deep peace, radiating love, embodying abundance. The quantum field would have no choice but to collapse into a world that reflects that. This is how we change the world, not by protesting the old, but by building the new, first in our own hearts and minds. So, I have a mission for you. Your call to action. First, make the decision. In the comments below, type, "I am the observer." This is your first act of conscious declaration. You are stating your new identity to the field. You are collapsing the wave of possibility into the reality of being a conscious creator. Second, get the tools. This video is an overview. To truly master this, you need a system. I've created a free, one-page PDF called the Reality Glitch Quick Start Guide. It has the 90-second drill and the quantum journaling method in a simple, step-by-step checklist. The link is in the description below. Download it. Print it. Use it. Third, join the collective. We are stronger together. I've created a private, free community where we practice these glitches together, share synchronicities, and support each other. The link to join is also in the description. This is where the real magic happens, in a quantumly entangled group focused on a common intention, to elevate our lives and, in doing so, elevate the world. The Matrix isn't a prison. It's a playground. And you've just been given the access codes. The tools are below. The choice is yours. Stop observing your old story. Start creating your new one. I'll see you in the field.